It's tough to get a message across in just 1 minute, but let me reiterate what I stand for. I will be a strong advocate for developing new markets for our natural resources and for protecting existing businesses by keeping Idaho business friendly and from unneeded regulation and overtaxation. I believe in the University of Idaho and understand how important it is to keep this premier research institution strong. I believe in smaller government and local control, and that means every bill I look at will be getting the same question from me. Is this the role of government, and how will it affect my constituents? Most of you know me. We've worked together over the years, maybe at the Chamber of Commerce, or maybe we flip burgers or wrap presents to raise money for the hospice patients. Maybe we've worked on a project for county planning and zoning, or maybe we attend the same church. The things that I have learned from you are the life experiences that I will take to Boise. Your thoughts and your opinions will be heard, and I would appreciate your vote on November 6th.
Thank you, Cindy. Paulette.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Tom Trail for being here, because the position that I'm running for is the position that he served in for many years. And being from Benton County, I respect everything that you've done, and I thought that you are a great representative of our people. And I just wanted to respectfully say that to you at this time and in front of our constituent base. For me, I'm hoping to replace Tom in the seat. I don't think I feel that his shoes to fill. But I'm a proven job creator. I have real-world experience. I have been elected time and again for many years, and I believe that's the difference between myself and my opponent. I believe in education. I'm an ag and timber landowner. I'm a mother of two. I'm a strong family woman. And I believe that I will best represent us by not only my business experience, but experience as an administrator, a team manager, and one who was able to manage budgets. Not on the millions, but in the billions. And so I think that and my experience working with other legislators on the local and national front will greatly help me as state representative for Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. Shirley.
We hear a great deal about fiscal responsibility, so I'd like to talk about that just for the moment that I have.
Here.
Reset the clock then. All right. So we talk a lot about fiscal responsibility, and I'd like to address some of the issues related to that. One item I think involving or providing access to medical care, especially preventive care, so that we don't have to deal with more expensive problems as they escalate. Education, so that individuals can get jobs that pay well and contribute to society, and it has been proven that people who graduate from high school and go on and get more education are much less likely to be incarcerated and cost society in those ways. I also think it's important for us to plan our stream of revenue so that we have the resources to adequately fund those programs.
Yeah.
I need my ugly glasses again. Folks, you've heard from several of us today. We represent different philosophies and viewpoints. Some are public sector based, some are private sector based, and I'm one of those that stands firmly in the private sector. On November 6th, you'll be given the opportunity to choose between two candidates running for one office. Before I can claim to represent any of you, I can claim that I represent a certain set of principles. Those principles are individual liberty, personal responsibility and accountability, strong economic growth, which encompasses low taxation, reasonable regulatory practices. I do believe in fiscal responsibility. Idaho is a strong state, it's strong fiscally because it has a conservative legislature. Wise local stewardship of our natural resources. So, as a rancher, as a family man, I'm asking your vote on November 6th to retain a fiscally sound, strong state of Idaho.
Thank you. Gresham.
Thank you. Once again, I'm Gresham Baumer, running for Idaho Senate. Perhaps what sets Dan and myself apart the most is that I believe in the little guy. I believe the power should be distributed. I believe that the greatness and the strength in our American system of government was that it left the individual free to pursue his hopes, his own dreams, his own ambitions. Freedom itself is a necessary condition for both personal success and economic prosperity. Idaho needs a simple, clear, and stable tax system. We must lighten the burden on our businesses so that we can put people back to work. That's where taxes come from. It's people working, producing, generating wealth. I believe in limited government, individual liberty, personal responsibilities, private property rights, and Idaho control over Idaho's wildlife and resources. I believe the government's primary role is protecting universal individual rights, and that government needs to be accountable and transparent. I thank you for your vote on November 6th.
Thank you. Dan.
Thank you for the opportunity to visit today. My name is Dan Schmidt. I'm running for state senate. I do believe there are clear differences between my opponent and myself. I believe strongly that I'm going to need to listen to my constituents. There are principles that I focus on, but fundamentally I represent my constituents in the legislature. And the communication, hearing what are important to you, hearing your values, what's important to you, is how I'm going to work to represent you. I hear that smaller government will help people be wealthy. We're studying the expansion of Medicaid in the state of Idaho. If we expand Medicaid to 138% of the poverty level, about 110,000 people in the state of Idaho will be eligible for Medicaid. 60% of those people are currently employed. We have working poor in Idaho.
Thank you. Steve?
My name is Steve Cook. I'm running for Latah County Commissioner to replace Jennifer Barrett. I'm running for Latah County Commissioner because I think there are three problems that I can help solve. Number one, I think there needs to be high-speed internet available to attract businesses to the rural areas of Latah County. Number two, we have an unstable paramedic system in the county, and I would like to help solve that problem. Number three, we have a county budgeting system that is very difficult to understand and makes it impossible, in my view, to have accountability, efficiency, and productivity. I would like to help solve that. I have a background in agricultural economics. I grew up on a dairy farm. What's standing in my way? My opponent is standing in my way. If you elect him, I can't provide this leadership. That wasn't actually supposed to be a joke, but I'm glad to see it. My opponent is a man of few words, but I think he confuses not doing his homework with courage. I, however, have told you how I stand on the issues, and I think you see what happens with the Luna laws when you have a public employee who refuses to explain what he's going to do before he actually does it. Thank you. I ask for your vote.
Richard?
Thank you. Over the years, I have voted for many county commissioners. Looking back, I realized I always voted for someone who, in my opinion, had good judgment. Someone you could count on to do the right thing. A listener willing to take the time to gather all the facts. So how does one tell who has good judgment? I think it can be identified by the way we've lived and the choices we've made. Our experience is important. I think my experience, as mentioned earlier, plus the lessons I've been taught by others, have helped me along the road to good judgment. Lessons learned from my parents, teachers, coaches, and pastors. Things like always keeping your word, never looking down on anybody, never asking an employee to do something you wouldn't do yourself, and when you're wrong, admitting it. It's not just what we've done, but how we've done it. If you as voters feel what I've said here this afternoon would indicate good judgment on my part, then I would ask for your vote on November 6th. Thank you.
Wayne?
Once again, I'm Wayne Rouse, Latah County Sheriff, running again for that position. Very, very quickly, I'd just like to say the reason that I did not bring up what my personal beliefs are on how I vote on things is because as a person that runs a regulatory agency, how I feel personally about what I do is irrelevant. I have a book that tells me, the statute, the code book, that tells me how to do my job. And I don't apply my personal preferences or my personal beliefs in that job. That may work well for commissioners, it may work well for legislators who vote on that. I don't vote on that, and that's why I didn't answer that way. I'd just like to tell you that I've made a lot of accomplishments since I've been in office. Put in Vine, an ATM and driver's license for convenience. We put video mics on all of our deputies so that we can protect the citizens and the deputies. I've just got a $190,000 SIEC grant to take and improve our radio system so that people can put texts and photographs and other things like that from scenes that they're at to give to us. Anyway, I hope to continue to be able to improve the office, and I would appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. It was my understanding you voted that you would vote to repeal the Luna laws. If I made an error, I apologize, but I think that was pretty clear. Thank you.
Okay, I am Keith Wilson. I've lived in this area most of my life. I talk to people, I get out and I meet people. I know what the people of Latah County want. They want more interaction with the sheriff's office. They want to be able to talk to the sheriff when necessary. They need to have more citizen and law enforcement presence in the county. They also have a couple of problems with the way the sheriff's office run now. One of them is the budget. They've increased the budget over $730,000 in 6 years during a recession. The EMS radios that we've been asked about before do not work in this county, and they have put hundreds of thousands of dollars into that maintenance of that system now. And I'm going to be a sheriff for the people, and I would appreciate your vote on November 6th. Thank you.
We have completed our AARP candidate forum for 2012.